What's up, guys? Got a chance to use the Z6ii paired with the 24-70mm f4 lens this weekend in Rocky Mountain National Park, and I'm really liking the hiking footage that I got from it. There's some pros and there's some cons, and I'm gonna go over all those. First off, Nikon Z6ii 24-70mm lens. It's gonna run you about $2,700. The weight, as weighed by me with the battery inside, is gonna weigh 2 pounds, 14 ounces, or approximately 1.3 kilograms. Nice and light and very versatile as far as zoom, range, and it delivers great quality. The settings that I used on the hike this weekend is 4K, 24 frames per second. Everything was set to manual. I think I had the ISO on auto sensitivity for the first half of my hike to Estes Cone in Rocky Mountain National Park, but once I caught that, I turned that off. I don't ever recommend using auto anything when filming or taking hiking or travel footage. Vibration reduction was on. The electronic vibration reduction I set to off. I've never liked the look of any kind of electronic vibration in Nikon's cameras. Honestly, I didn't even test it out in the Z6ii. What the Z6ii paired with the 24-70mm lens is not for is filming while you're walking. You can definitely see the shaking in every step when you're just walking around filming. If you're gonna walk around and film, I would highly recommend a gimbal or some other type of stabilization. Maybe I'll get a new lens with image stabilization in the near future, and I can use that as far as walking around and filming, but for now I'm just using it on a tripod, or if I'm still and holding the lens, and maybe for some panning. Let's get into the panning. I like the image quality and the panning. It's not too shaky if you're standing straight. I like to keep the strap against me and just kind of put as much tension on it as possible. I still need a little bit more practice, but overall, I'm satisfied with it. In February, the Z6ii is coming out with a firmware update that's gonna give it 60 frames per second. I think that's gonna help a lot with the smoothness of the panning from left to right or right to left. Another feature that I like, 24-70mm lens. I'm used to just shooting on a prime lens, shooting on a GoPro. Everything's pretty much fixed. I really like the zoom ring. It's pretty smooth, but it's something that you do need to practice a little bit to get the most out of it. What I really like about the combination of the Z6ii and the 24-70mm lens is the battery life is amazing. I put it to the stress test in Rocky Mountain National Park this weekend. It was about 15-20 degrees out. Winds were about 30 miles per hour. I was able to get 30 minutes of hiking footage at 4K, 24 frames per second. On top of that, I took probably 200 or 300 raw photos, and the battery still had 2 bars left. Another thing I love about this setup, it's amazing in low light. I filmed a sunrise with it, and I'm just blown away by the image quality. If you've seen my hiking videos before, you know that I use GoPro a lot, and the GoPro image quality in low light it just can't do it. It's just complete crap. I think this is gonna be a great addition to my hiking videos, and ultimately it's gonna be replacing my Nikon D780 and 24mm lens for photos. Not that it takes better photos in that setup. The lens on the Nikon D780, the 24mm, is a little bit sharper, but that's a whole nother review, and that's a whole other can of worms. That's gonna be it for me. Looking forward to using the Z6ii 24-70mm f4 lens in more of my hiking videos, and can't wait to share them with y'all. Until the next hike, until the next review, I'm Dave Spates, hiking, adventure, photography.